Hey, fellow exiles. So today we are going to be looking at sorcery and how to get it. So we're going to start out here at Shaleback Hollow. I did throw up a map so you can see where that's at on the map. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down in here, and you will gain corruption as you go through. About midway through, you're going to fight some of these undead shalebacks. They're not hard. If you're worried about surviving, bring a thrall. I actually had my clanmates with me on this one, so of course there are no nameplates for that reason. So there's 3 to 4 of these guys, 1 at the top of the entrance and then 3 down here kind of midway through. Okay, and you're just going to want to kill these guys, and then you will have approximately 15 minutes until they spawn again on official servers. Now, if you are on a private server, that respawn time may be longer or shorter, depending on what your admins have it set at. Okay, so continue back here to the back of the cave, and you're going to go up these steps. And this whole time you will gain corruption, but it's not fast and you won't get a lot of it. That was somebody's thrall. I thought it was an NPC. So right here, this book on this table, you're going to press E and learn it. You'll get your tome, you'll learn Ice Bridge, and you'll get your sorcerer's staff. Okay, so I did look around the cave trying to see if there's anything else here. There wasn't. Once we got outside, I will show you the staff and the book so you kind of know what they look like. Okay, so there's your arcane staff. You're going to want this on your action bar to cast spells. This is a burlap pouch. You use this, it's a regent to cast your spells. You'll need, there's different ones. There's burlap, leather, and cloth, I believe. And then here is your Tome of Kurak. This is your spell book. It can be expanded, okay, so that you can learn new spells. Alright, so that's where you get the tome and your staff. Now, at exile camps, dotted throughout the whole world, you will find these sorcerers at these like sacrificial tables, and they'll drop different papers. You want the sorceress page, I believe is what it's called. This guy didn't have one. He had the failed sorceress page and the Skelos. So you can also knock out a person, put them on your sacrificial table. Okay, so here we are. We have a Dafari Cook 3, and these are what we can craft at our sacrificial table. You do need sacrificial blood in a glass flask, or you just need a person. Now, this is kind of gruesome. Maybe don't watch this with your kids if you're worried about violence. It does show you killing the thrall. Just a warning out there for everybody, okay? So it is kind of a long animation, and you can't move while you do this. You'll kill the thrall that you knocked out and put on the table, and you will get sacrificial blood. Okay? And like I said, it's kind of a long animation. But when you're done, you will have a sacrificial blood. So I have one there. There does seem to be a cooldown. I want to say it's around 10 to 15 minutes between sacrifices that you can do. Okay, so I put another NPC that I'd knocked out on my table, waited a little bit, and came back. And I think I did the soul drain here. So you do have to have a thrall on the table again. This one's not as gruesome. It won't show any actual, slitting of the throat or anything, okay? So you'll just kind of do an animation. You will gain about 50% corruption. So there are certain abilities and spells that require you to have a certain level of corruption. This is one way to get your corruption up really fast if you don't want to go stand somewhere where you can gain corruption, okay? Now, our sacrificial blood is reset. We can craft it again. There we have some soul essence. You get 5 per guy that you sacrifice. And I'm going to show you how to upgrade your spell book here. Okay, so you need a sorcerer's spell page, human flesh, and volatile gland. Now, this is my 4th or 5th spell book upgrade. So yours may be different depending on whether you've done more or less upgrades than I have, okay? But you're just going to gather the materials, craft the Tome of Curic, and you'll get a small amount of corruption by doing this, and then you'll learn a new spell. So if we go into knowledge and we go to sorcery, all of these are spells that I have unlocked, okay? So right there's our creeping darkness that I just learned. Alright, and it'll kind of tell you what it does. I did craft this, but I didn't see that it was really doing anything. I need to play around a little bit more with the spells so that I can understand better what they're doing. Okay, so here we're just killing sorcerers. I'm looking for a sorcerer's spell page. And this guy has the leather satchel, okay, and then he has a failed, a scroll of Skelos, and a sorcerer's spell page, okay. And I just wanted the sorcerer's spell page, so I just took that. But that's how you get your sorcerer's spell pages, okay. And then you put it in your required mats to make your Tome of Curic, okay. And then you just hit craft, and it will expand your spell book, meaning it adds another spell to your spell book. So we learned Power Word Wall of Fire on this one. This one does require you to have 20% corruption, so I didn't actually have enough corruption to cast this spell at the time. Okay, so these are what I've learned: the Abyssal Mount, the Rhino, the Blood, the Imbued Wisp, again, Slow Fall, Wall of Fire, Ice Bridge, and Detect Corruption, and then I do learn Imbued Darkness. So if I equip my staff, I right click, this brings up kind of your spell menu, and there are these runes, and you just point your character at the rune that you want to cast, and you just click, and then it brings up more runes because there are subcategories. So Escalate conjures gusts of air to slow your descent, so that was our slow fall. But Escalate, 20% corruption. If I try and cast this, I don't have enough corruption, and it'll tell you you must be at least 20% corrupted. Thanks. Have a great day, guys. Bye.